From a super secret location deep within the mountains of Colorado, it's time to strap up, strap in, or strap on with your host, Shenanigans in One Shot. It's From the Ashes Radio!
Ladies and gentlemen, and whatever else you might be, dogs, cats, gerbils, hamsters, whatever else that you might be listening to the show, welcome to From the Ashes on About Face Media. We are so glad you are here tonight. Tonight starts it. The holiday season. Halloween is over. You can take all that bullshit off your front door, all those stupid black cat stuff, and not get rid of all your pumpkins. You can finally do it. You can take your pumpkins, you can fill them with tannerite, and you can take them to the range. You can detonate all your pumpkins. It's finally allowed. Or you can set them out and use them as deer bait. Yes, I know you're allowed to do that in some states. Here in Colorado, it's not allowed. I'm not saying you should do that, but the deer are much more delicious when they've been eating pumpkins. I'm just saying, from what I've heard. Heidi Roswell, super glad you're here. Hopefully your brother's with you again. I thought it was super cool that he was here last week. Hope he had a good time. Hope he enjoyed the show. Glad he was here last week. It was super awesome to have Wendell with us. We have got one hell of a show. Folks, we are booked up. Every single week is full of a veteran-owned business between now and the Christmas break. We are full. From now forward, if you have a veteran business that you want us to feature on the show, we're going to have 2 businesses on the show per week at this point. We're going to have to double up. It's going to be insane. It's going to be nuts. We've got all kinds of great businesses coming up. Ranch and Rifle. Tonight, we have Freedom Balls. Yes, I know we had them on last year. Yes, I know. It's because we love them so much. They're awesome. They're the best. We love Jen from Freedom Balls. And we're going to talk to her in just a few minutes to find out how you can get your orders in before Christmas. It's going to be awesome. Got all kinds of great organizations coming up. You're going to love them. There's one in particular, Bell Old Glory. If you haven't gone to their Instagram yet, I believe that's what it's called, Bell Old Glory. I'm not positive that's the name. I think that's what it's called. You got to check them out. Go to Instagram, check out Bell Old Glory. I believe that's the name of the Instagram account. You should confirm it. I'll confirm it before the end of the show. While I'm talking to Jen, I'll look it up. Ask Professor One Shot about Halloween. Okay, I will. I saw that he was dressed as Wolverine, I think it was. 120 millimeter spice. We will look them up again. We'll see if they're interested in coming back on the show. Like I said, we're going to have to start doubling up. We don't normally repeat guests. I mean, obviously, other than the really good ones like Freedom Balls. I mean, how did you come up with a name like that? It's just fucking awesome. But we will reach out to 120 millimeter Spice Works. Obviously, Ed, you liked them last year. So if you're saying you liked them last year and you want them to come back, we'll get them back on the show again if you liked them. Ranch and Rifle, they do the same thing as 120 millimeter Spice Works. So, yeah, we'll get them back on if you like them. We like local. If you have a veteran-owned business or a veteran spouse-owned business that needs some attention before the Christmas holiday comes up and you want to have them on the show, you want them to have a little bit of attention, send them our direction. We've got all kinds of different businesses coming on. We've got everything from electricians coming on because we love our blue collars and our trades. We love anything like that. Send them our direction. It doesn't matter what they do. If you got some veteran-owned business if you got an OnlyFans and you want a little bit of attention, send them our direction. We'll bring them attention. I don't give a shit. If they're a veteran and you want them to have some attention, send them our direction. We will absolutely have them on the show. Whoever it is, if they need some attention before the Christmas holiday, we are all about putting money in veterans' pockets and supporting any veteran-owned business. Doesn't matter what it is that they do. Particularly those trades. If you have a veteran that's in the trades and they need some attention, send them our direction. We will have plumbers, electricians. It doesn't matter what they do. Send them our direction. We will absolutely have them on the show. This is the kind of stuff that we really, really like. All kinds of cool stuff coming up. Um, for those that are not connected to me personally on Instagram, may or may not have seen, Saturday was Army versus Air Force at the Air Force Academy. And one of the people that I was deployed with, her name is Maura George. At the time, her name was Maura McGrain. I was with the 571st Medevac for my first deployment to Iraq, and she put together a little reunion for those of us, and we went to the Air Force Academy. We had a tailgate that started at like 7 or 8 in the morning. Why would we do that? Um, it was a really good time to reconnect with all those friends that I haven't seen in like 20, 23 years. Super cool outing. Really cool to reconnect with some friends that I was deployed with. Um, of course, Army won the football game. It's Army versus Air Force. It was kind of one of those given things. You kind of knew it was going to happen. What do you call it? What else? You look tough in that photo. Really? Really? Compared to, do you realize those heroes that I was standing there with, who those people were? Those were people from the 571st Medevac. First of all, the 571st Medevac was the most decorated Medevac in the United States Army, period, bar none. The most decorated Medevac in the United States Army. Those are pilots, crew chiefs, medics that in 2003, 2004 flew into hot LZs, picked up Marines, sailors, soldiers, probably not any Coast Guard that I can remember that I'm aware of. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Air Force, Airmen, whatever. Flew into hot LZs, picked up these folks, 9mm on their hips, no other armament. Flew in, landed, picked these folks up, flew them to in some of the worst conditions possible. In that 2003, 2004 deployment, the 571st lost 3 aircraft and 8 men. 7 men, 8 men. We lost 1 when we got back, 2 when we got back. Those, you think I looked tough in that picture? Those people in that picture were absolute heroes. Absolutely some of the greatest people on the planet. When you talk about people that put their life on the line for others, our patch from the 571st Medevac, it said so that others may live. They embodied that patch. Those people in that picture, that's heroes. Those are people that put their lives on the line so that other people could go home to their wives, mothers, and their families. So those are the people that were heroes. People standing next to me were people like, what do you call it? I had people standing next to me. My friend Cynthia, flight medic, saved tons of lives. Some of the pilots, her husband Jeff, absolutely flew some of the toughest missions in Iraq. Horrible opportunities. It was a rough deployment, and those people did it. So yeah, those are some of the best people on the planet. So it was an honor and a privilege to get the chance to fly with some of those folks. So yeah. In the meantime, we should absolutely, before we go to Jen, we have got to knock out Combat Carl, because folks, you have got to hear this story about this asshole. Can you pull up that picture, Joe? This guy, what a fucking turd. I love this story. So check out. He just looks like a piece of shit, man. Let me go back to our chat real quick, because I love this story. What a fucking turd. I sent this to you early in the week last week. And this comes from our friends at WTF, of course, because they always come up with some of the best stuff. Kansas National Guardsman indicted after agreeing to photograph Fort Riley and ship equipment to Russia. A Kansas National Guard member has been arrested and charged after agreeing to take pictures of a Fort Riley military installation. Just beat his ass now. According to U.S. Department of Justice press release, officials arrested Canyon Anthony Amarez. His parents fucking hated him. Oh my God. Of Alamogordo, New Mexico. That explains a few things. October 28th, relating to his indictment of attempted violation to Export Control Reform Act. Officials said that Amirez had an alleged in-person meeting with a suspected Russian intelligence agent. He signed a one-page agreement to confirm his covert relationship with a Russian intelligence service. Would photograph the military installation on Fort Riley, Kansas, and get a helicopter radio for use by the Russian military. What a fucking turd. I hope this dude spends the rest of his life at Fort Leavenworth. Well, no, I don't hope he spends the rest of his time at Fort Leavenworth getting 3 fucking hots in a cot. I hope that dude gets to stand with his fucking hands bound behind him in front of a bunch of guys with rifles. And I hope he gets a couple of rounds put in him by God-fearing Americans, because what a fucking turd. Good Lord. If you're a member of the military and you're, first of all, if you're in the Kansas National Guard and you're agreeing to take pictures of Fort Riley, first of all, you're selling out your fellow Americans to basically our enemies. So yeah, I hope you get fucking your ass beat. First, let's start there. And second, yeah, what a jerk. What an absolute fucking turd. I have no patience for shit like that. So yeah, what an asshat. I mean, you're going to take pictures and you had to know that that Russian agent was just an undercover. But I mean, if you look at the guy's face, I mean, he looks like his mom fucking took Tylenol while she was pregnant with him. But clearly, she only took Tylenol on the days that she was hungover. So yeah, that's probably why he looks like that, and probably why he couldn't make it into active duty. But that's a whole nother story. Now we're starting to make National Guard jokes. Hey, folks, Veterans Day is coming up next week. What are your plans for Veterans Day? What are you going to do? Are you one of those veterans that connects with your homies on Veterans Day and goes and has a cigar or a beer or two and gets together with your friends and does some shit? Or are you one of those folks that maps your day out? Do you start your day at Starbucks, get your free coffee, rolls over to Whataburger, get your free cheeseburger, from there rolls over to, you know, Texas Roadhouse and gets your free steak or whatever? Not knocking it. Yeah, I am. It's not my way. I don't do that kind of shit. What are you doing on Veterans Day, Joe? Are you doing anything? Are you off from work or are you working? You don't know if you have to work? I'm off. Probably what? You probably end up having to work. Yeah, I'm off. I will probably spend my day at the cigar shop, putting nails in the coffin, which I can't wait for. Hanging around better people than me. Yep, there's IHOP. IHOP gives you that free stack of pancakes. Yes. I am not one of those people that rolls around town and accesses all the free stuff. I just go hang out with people I give a shit about. And other than that, yeah, I don't know. I do have good friends who I love who do like plan out their schedule and are like, they start their day with their free cup of coffee and then roll around. Yeah. Like you said, roll out, get their free stack of pancakes and yeah, exactly. Go to Top Golf, knock out a fucking couple of free rounds of golf. And from there, head to Texas Roadhouse, get their free steak. Look, I get it. And the VA sends out a list. If you're on the VA emails, you get a list and it's like 200 things that are free for you that day. Yeah, exactly. Go. I mean, if that's your day and there's all kinds of resources available, go knock them out. I mean, I'd love to see us do other things with our free time, but hey, whatever, man. I would encourage you next Tuesday, Veterans Day, November 11th. I would encourage us. I would hope and I would like to see us as a veteran community spend the day with our veteran friends. Reach out, take your friend fishing, take your friend to the range, take your friends, go do something with the people you give a shit about. Meet up at Guitar Center or something and go play guitars that you can't afford. Go take that $3,000 Les Paul off the rack and go play that shit. Something like that. I don't know. Go do something that you like. Whatever, man. Whatever it is that you do, go do it and enjoy the day. So if you end up having the day off, Joe, let's go burn a cigar or go eat Spam somewhere. I don't know. Let's find something. Exactly. Let's go smoke a Spam cigar. I don't know. Let's go. It's hard to light, but other than that, it sounds like a good time. What do you call it? What time are we looking at here? 18:04. I feel like we can bring Jen on a minute or two early and she'll be cool with that. Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You know her, you love her. Jen the owner of Freedom Balls. Jen, how you been?
I'm all right. How are you, Rob?
I am better now that you're here. What's going down? How's things? How has life been for Freedom Balls for the last year?
Pretty freaking great. Business has been booming. I want to say my Christmas season officially started for this year on like the first week of October, and I've just been right out straight. So,
Well, hold on, slow down for a couple things. First of all, let's ratchet back a few different things. You have had an awesome year because you made those amazing stickers for our audience after our Mike Durant interview.
that was a
Holy
great
shit.
interview.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. We really appreciate that from you. And those stickers, our listeners love them. So I spend all of my free time. If I'm not here, I am at Casbar Cigars in Parker, Colorado. And I walked in with that stack of stickers for one of our veterans nights and gone. All of them gone.
Awesome.
Everybody loved them. And don't think everybody didn't catch the background of the stickers with the
Yeah,
lines from the notebook. Very, very well done.
I can be clever
Everybody loved.
sometimes.
Yes, very well done. Everybody loved them. Well, and my wife loved that interview and she really liked what he had to say. Her suggestion was to get a giant freaking banner made and we should hang it up here in the studio. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's a good idea, but what are we going to do with all the swag that everybody sent us? And where are we going to put all that shit? So
Gotta
your
find a way to get it up
stickers,
there somehow.
I know, right? I mean, look at this place. This place is a freaking shrine to our mediocrity. So yeah, I mean, um, yes, those were awesome. And then your brother was one of our favorite interviews. That dude is cool like the other side of the pillow, man.
Yeah, he's all right.
He is that guy's awesome. I loved him. And then I was like, hey man, you interested in doing like our Never Forgotten First on a regular thing? He's like, you guys are a little abrasive for me. I'm like, yeah,
Really?
yeah, we get that a lot. We get that a lot. So yeah, totally. What he's doing is pure, and I love what your brother is doing. So
Yeah, it's new to him too. So I think once he finds his groove, maybe he'll be a little more into something like that.
I can't believe you two are related.
Well, I mean, we have the same mother, different father, so we're technically half, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, love the guy. He was super cool. Excellent interview. Great talk. Love what he's doing. Very, very pure. Love what he's
Yeah,
he's a
so
great guy.
glad you guys had him on.
Yes, I hope he gets all the attention and love what he is doing. So super cool. So we have a shit ton of new listeners since now we are simulcast and we are rebroadcast on WTF Moments, Heroes Media Group. Lots of people rebroadcast this show and lots of new listeners. So not everybody knows the story of what Freedom Balls is. By the way, you look like you're royalty sitting there in that fur covered chair. You look great, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you. I just got out of the shower.
Uh, We are very glad to hear that you shower, and we're super excited about that. What do you call it? Tell us the story of the birth of God, I love saying that. The birth of Freedom Balls.
The birth
How
of
did
my
this get
balls.
Tell us the story of Freedom Balls. Where did this come from? How did this come about?
I mean, the story in the name is a little disappointing because I just literally came up with it. But as far as my shop goes, um, I married my soldier in 2014. We were stationed at Fort Drum at the time, and I was working at the alterations shop. And it was right around that same time that the Army switched from ACU over to the OCP uniform. And I didn't really feel right giving my husband's uniforms to charity or to Goodwill or any other clothing places, and I didn't feel right throwing them away either. So I just kind of held on to them for a while, and I started poking around on Pinterest looking for stuff. But all I could find were things like purses and notebook covers, which is great. But I wanted to do something a little different. And at the time, I was learning how to make a rope out of like twisting fabric together.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, my problem was I had all this rope. I was like, what the hell am I going to do with that? So I started playing around a little bit. I had some styrofoam balls and I was like, well, maybe I could just make a round ornament. And then people were like, well, maybe you could put, patches and name tapes on them. And I was like, that's brilliant. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And it's just kind of history from there. Went through a few name changes, started out as Pike's Picks, And then, so that was my maiden name at the time. And then I switched over to Seaside Lake because in the time that I had my first Etsy shop, I was living in Maine on the coast. And then I moved over to Fort Drum, which is over by the Great Lakes. And so
Mhm.
that's how Seaside Lake kind of came about. And then we moved to Fort Bliss. And I was like, well, it's kind of good time for
Ew.
another rebranding. What the hell am I going to call it? And I couldn't really relate to the area, so I just thought, we're all about freedom. That's what we do in the military, and these are literal balls, so we'll just call them freedom balls.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I spent a couple years at Fort Bliss myself, and no one
Uh-huh.
can relate to Fort Bliss. So yeah, we totally get you there. What a
Yeah,
hole.
yeah.
How long were you there for?
4 years.
Yeah, well, that's too bad.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Obviously
actually
first.
where he retired out of too.
Oh, very cool. Was that First Armor Division he was with? Obviously,
Yes.
poor guy. I hope he's recovered.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
What a patient guy. So, well, that's awesome. And you do. It's not Freedom Balls is not just the ornaments, right? First of all, I bought one last year for a family member who was graduating from the police academy.
Mhm.
And that ended up being one of his Christmas presents, and that was his favorite thing. He loved it. So can't thank you enough for that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it was one of their first Christmas tree ornaments. So yes, thank
Oh,
you
that's
very much
great.
for that. And that's gonna go yeah, it's gonna go with them for the rest of their lives. So thank you very much for that. Really, really appreciated that. And that's the thing is that these are kind of one of those things like, it's a Christmas ornament, you make it, you pack it away, and then like the next year you take it out and you're like, oh, I know where we got this. And it's kind of, it goes with you for the rest of time and it sticks with your family. And, you know, Christmas ornaments are those things that you kind of pass down from generation to
Yeah.
generation. So this is kind of like an heirloom that gets passed down from family member to family member. So it's got a lot of longevity and um I don't know how else to say it. It's got a lot of heritage to it. So I love what you're doing. It's super cool. I love
Yeah.
those things. They're badass.
Yeah, and like you said, we do thin blue line, first responder, like fire police, volunteer, firefighter people type ornaments as well. So we've got all the different lines covered, thin blue, thin red,
Well, that's
stuff
the
like
thing
that
is,
too.
like right now, we have a bunch of our listeners right now are firefighters and paramedics and EMTs and things like that. So yeah, all this applies to them as well, and you do all of those as well, which I think is just super badass of you. I think it's super cool. But
Yeah.
it's not just ornaments. If I peruse correctly, I don't know if you're still doing it, but I know last year you were doing like beard care products for a little while and stuff. Are you still doing things like that now?
No, I've got some beard balm left over. That's about it. I was making that stuff in house, so it was very involved, very complicated. I contemplated maybe doing a bottle service, but I'd rather put my funds towards new equipment for next year. So we're going to look at upgrading my embroidery machines and getting into apparel for like veterans and stuff like that. So
Oh, so there is stuff in the future, just not beard stuff.
no, not beard stuff.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Yeah,
That stuff was pretty damn badass, but I don't blame you at all. And obviously,
yeah,
some of the other stickers that you sent us were pretty fucking cool as well. We have some of them laying around the
yeah.
studio here as well that we were passing out. So yeah,
Yeah,
some of
I
those
added
stickers are
a
pretty
lot
cool.
of stickers this year. One of them, my favorite one, it's like almost like a psychedelic brain, and it says "Kill Your Ego." And that was actually kind of inspired from your interview with Mental Joe, and what like the veteran retreats that he puts on and stuff like that. That really resonated with me. So I kind of did a sticker for veterans going through that type of recovery.
We love Mental Joe. We've got his board right that he made for us right here. We love Mental Joe. And what's funny is we got asked to MC a peace of mind event of the psychedelic retreat or psychedelic conference this past, I think it was May of this year. And we're at this conference and it was a train wreck, absolute train wreck. Like the audio didn't work right. Nothing was the way it was supposed to be. We still enjoyed it. It was kind of cool. And we're talking to this dude. This dude walks past us and I'm like, hey man, where'd you get that fucking hat? That's a badass hat. And he's like, oh, this dude, Mental Joe gave it to me. He's right over there. And we're like, what the fuck? So we go running over. It's Joe from Mental Joe. We had never met him before face to face. And he was at the same conference that we are. So we finally got to meet him eyeball to eyeball. it was so cool to finally meet somebody that we had interviewed on the show, but we never got to meet him face to face. So it's amazing how small our community is and the stuff that brings people together. So, and to hear that you got the chance to make a sticker based off of that interview always makes us happy. So that's awesome. That is super cool. I love hearing things like that.
Yeah, I
Um,
really try to keep my products relatable to what kind of goes on within my niche and my community. So I definitely pay attention to what you guys got going on.
that is so awesome. I love hearing shit like that. So, what year did your husband retire?
uh, 2021.
Okay, so I retired in 2020.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, how so government shutdown stuff. How are things going with you guys with government shutdown? Is it
We're lucky.
affecting you in any way?
No, we're definitely lucky. We're not affected at all. And honestly, in the past, even when he was active duty during the shutdowns, we were always good. So yeah, definitely feeling for the families out there right now.
No shit, man. Isn't it? It's brutal. So I work in a building where on my half of the hallway it is, everybody's working, life is good, we're okay, we're doing okay. Other half of the hallway, it's the folks doing like mortgages and education benefits and things like that. And they're not getting paid. And
Mm.
they're going over a month now not getting paid. And I feel for these folks. And
Yeah.
yeah, any suggestions for some of these folks, like what we can do for some of these folks that are going through this? Like, because with the holidays coming up, I mean, what are we going to do for these folks that a
Mm.
lot of them are veterans, a lot of them are, government workers. What any suggestions like what we can do for some of these folks? I don't have any. I'm referring folks to like local churches,
Yeah.
local. I'm seeing our listeners are doing some great stuff with referring folks to stuff, sending out
Mhm.
links. Do you have anything in your neck of the woods that you're referring people to as to how to help them out through some of these tough times?
We've got a really great 501(c)(3) called Maine Veterans Project. They cover mostly mid to northern Maine, and every year they do a fuel assistance program. Maine is a very cold state. Winters are really rough here. Food insecurity and home heating fuel are the two biggest issues here for our veterans, and they got it covered. They help a lot of people, and they've had a lot of really great donations. Uh, their donations have definitely amped up in the past few years, so they've been able to do so much more. I definitely tout their efforts. They're kind of one of the main places for veterans to go to here. There's a lot of other smaller 501(c)(3)s. So if you're struggling, definitely look into that and make phone
That's an
calls.
excellent one.
Yeah, there's a lot of really great charities out there. I don't know what it's like for other areas, but in Maine, the community, veteran community is very large. So we kind of got each other covered when we can.
That's perfect. Like you don't think of stuff like that. Like everybody's first thought is like, hey, I'll buy an extra couple of canned goods and I'll, throw them in the box or something like that. But you don't think of like heating oil, you
Mm,
know, like, and I'm talking to those folks across the hall. They still have to come to work. So they're not getting paid, but you still got to come to work. That's gas back and forth to work. You still got to get there and shit, you know,
mm,
lunch, stuff like that. So yeah, good on you. That's an excellent suggestion. And I knew you'd have a ton of suggestions. Um,
mm.
what does the future of Freedom Balls look like? You talked about you're growing a little bit. You got investing back into the machine, things like that. What does the future look like for Freedom Balls? What are you gonna do?
We're definitely going to spread into apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, wearable type items. Have you ever heard of the Military Influencer Conference?
I haven't. Tell me about this.
Definitely going next year. I had a bunch of other entrepreneur friends that I follow very closely on Instagram go, and wow, what a blast! It looked like they had a lot of fun, but it's also very educational. It's a really great way to learn how to scale your business to your abilities because, as you know, it's basically just me, my two hands. Everything's made to order and custom, so that takes time, but I want to grow, but I don't want to I can only grow so far since I'm the only person that does it. And so I've been having a hard time kind of figuring that out. And being able to go to that conference is definitely going to help me learn a lot. And networking, the networking is huge. Some pretty heavy hitters showed up this year. Mandatory Fun Day. Keegan
Love that
Dunlap and his
guy.
wife were
Fuck,
there.
he is funny as hell.
Yeah, he is. Who else? War Hamster, Viva La Vargas was there. So it's just a really great way to meet some heavy hitters and then also, meet with some of your own niche and learn how to do business a little bit differently. So looking
Where is
forward to
this?
that next year.
Where is this conference?
It's going to be in Tampa, Florida next year. This year, I believe it was in Georgia, Atlanta.
Oh, super cool. I'm so glad you got to go to that. That's outstanding to hear. I love hearing that you got to go to that.
Oh
All
no,
right.
I didn't get to go. I'm talking about next year. That's in the future.
All right, cool. All right, very
It's for
cool.
podcasters too. Basically, anybody with any type of military influence, large or small, can go. So
Keep us in mind. I'd like to hear more about it when you find out more information.
yeah,
Christmas is
definitely.
coming very, very quickly. We got 7 weeks to go. Folks are listening right now. They want to get their orders in. How late can they get their orders in to you in order to get a freedom ball before Christmas?
Ooh, honestly, I haven't quite narrowed that down yet. It kind of changes a little every year, but December 15th is like usually the absolute cutoff. Um, that's usually the safest bet. Once I get closer to Christmas, I can kind of see whether or not I can push that out. But usually December 15th is a good start date for saying that that's the cutoff point.
How else can people support Freedom Balls to help this business grow and help you flourish and help support a veteran-owned business? What else can people do to support veteran-owned and veteran spouse-owned businesses?
Word of mouth is the greatest advertiser, and it's so easy to do with technology today. Just take a snapshot or a picture of what you purchased if you love it, and make sure to hashtag it and then tag the business. A lot of people forget to do that. They like to show their product off of what they got from somewhere, but then they kind of forget to connect it to the business. So share the product, do the hashtags, tag the business, just talk about it as often as you can.
All right, very cool. All right, we will definitely be doing all those things, and I'll make sure when Christmas trees get decorated to that pictures get taken of the Freedom Balls that we have already purchased, and we will definitely be ordering a few more. Um, what else can we do? Anything else that people can be doing? Do you know of other veteran-owned businesses that need the support and attention this coming Christmas? Any
Oh
that you
boy,
can
all
think of off
kinds.
the top? Name them.
Uh,
Like who? Who else needs some
let's see.
attention?
The Dependa Shop, she's pretty hilarious. Love and
Dependa
Lettering
Shop.
by Kate.
What's the Dependa Shop? I
So
already
she
like the
kind of,
name.
right. I mean, it's a stereotype, and she totally plays on that with all of her products. She's got a bunch of T-shirts. She's got one that says "The Secret Lives of Military Wives." Like the Mormon Wives show. It's kind of a spin-off of that. She's got all kinds of stickers. She makes wristlets, like the same ones that I make. She makes those too. Yeah, she's hilarious. Love her.
What was the other one that you named? You started to name another one. I interrupted
Love
you.
and Lettering by Kate. She does a lot of custom work um, with signs and sayings and lettering,
Okay.
stuff like that.
What's the name of it? Say
Um,
that name again one more time, because folks are going to want
it,
to go to these pages.
it's Love and Lettering by Kate.
Okay.
Owned by Katie. That's her name. She's easy to find on Instagram. She's got a lot of really great content. Um,
These all sound like awesome shops to go to. All my Christmas shopping is going to be done by like November 15th. I can see it coming.
yeah, and then for those who are Navy enthusiasts, definitely check out Sailor and Sons. Um,
We had them on before too, didn't we? They
I
sound
believe
familiar.
so. Yeah, I pointed them out once, and I think you tried having them on. I don't know if they made it on or not.
They do sound familiar though. And the cool
Yeah.
thing about Freedom Balls too is like that's one of those things where what you do is one of those things where like you can get like a gag one and get it for like a white elephant gift or some shit. And like
Hmm.
that's what because obviously Freedom Balls, you can, do whatever you want with it. And yeah, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. So yeah, you can get like gag ones and get your fake white elephant gift. You can make fun of your friends with them and shit. It's an amazing gift. And I just love them. But folks, you have got to get your shit in. You've got to get your orders in soon. If you wait till December 15th, that shit's not going to be there on December 25th when you need it. It's not going to be under the tree. You got to get those orders in soon. Like she said, she makes these by hand. This is a handmade gift. Do not wait until December 15th to be like, oh yeah, I meant to order that Freedom Ball. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't wait, because then you're going to leave her hanging. And then, yeah, she's going to have to jump through her ass
Yeah.
and you're going to look like an idiot. So yeah,
And
order that shit
fair
now.
warning, sometimes I do have to actually shut my shop down for 24 hours or so just to get caught up and make sure I'm not taking on more than I can handle. So usually when I get down to the wire, sometimes my shop is only open for a few hours a day. So you got to kind of pay attention and get on it if you really want my shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's got to tell you something, folks. If she's got to shut her shop down for a day because there's too many of you trying to order stuff, I'm telling you, and you're not going to be disappointed. And when you order from her, like when you open the box, there's going to be all kinds of extra little nuggets in there. There's going to be like a sticker or two in there that you didn't see coming. And yeah, you're going to love it. You're not going to be disappointed. All right. So normally this is the part that I hand you off to Seth, and he handles all this part. Obviously, he's upstairs working right now, so I'm going to have to handle it. All right, Jen, this is your moment to shine. This is the part where we hand the microphone over to you. We may have glossed over a question. We may have missed something. We may have skipped over something that you wanted to talk about. I may have skipped over an opportunity. I'm going to hand the microphone to you. You have the next 2 minutes. This is your time to shine, to talk about anything that you want to talk about. 2 minutes. The floor is all yours. Jen, go for it.
This is always the hard part. I never know what to talk about. I think we covered it. um, Basically, just like I said, sometimes I do have to shut my shop down. The best way to keep in touch with what's going on and when I open back up is to go to the Etsy platform. It'll ask if my store is shut down, it'll take you to a page and ask if you want to receive an email and start receiving email updates. And so the moment I turn my shop back on, you'll get an email and you'll know when to go back and order. So if you do run out of time and you feel pressure and you want to get some balls, make sure I have your email and you'll know exactly what's going on with my shop. I do try to keep everybody updated and keep my sales schedule a little more predictable.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking with Jen. She is the creator and owner of Freedom Balls. Jen, it is always great to talk to you. I can't thank you enough for taking the time out of your Monday night away from your family to kick off our start to our holiday season. Thank you so much for coming back on the show. Really, really appreciate your time. Tell your husband we said hello. Thank him for his service, and thank you for yours, of course. And if you have other folks that you think that we should be talking to, Jen, send them our way. We are absolutely going to reach out to, what do you call her? Dependa what?
The Dependa shop.
The Dependa shop. We are absolutely
Yeah.
going to reach out to her and ask her if she wants to be on. If you get to her before I do, please tell her, hey, we got this bald asshole that wants to talk to you. And yeah, he's going to really ruin your Monday night. So yeah, please, by all means, let her know we'd like to talk to her.
Absolutely.
Jen, it's always great to have you on the show. Tell your brother we said hello and have a great rest of your evening.
You too, Rob. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
I love talking to her. She has so much fun. Have you ever ordered anything from her yet? Dude, you get a box. It's a little teeny box, like yay big, with your ball in it. And you open it up, and there's so much shit that falls out of the box. Stickers and all kinds of swag and stuff. I didn't open the box that I got for Junior. And so when he opened it on Christmas, like all this shit comes raining out of the box. And he's like, what is all this? Dude, I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. But yeah, and his Freedom Ball, the thing was badass, dude. It says Denver PD. The thing is awesome. It's super cool. I can't wait to order another one. I'm pretty amped. Everybody's getting Freedom Balls for Christmas this year. Balls all around. So normally, this is the part of the show where we would bring Allie on. But Allie is on her honeymoon. So yeah, we are not bugging her because right now she's probably got, ankles in the air. So we are not fucking bugging her right now. Instead, because of what's going on with the government shutdown and the holiday season and all this bullshit that's going on, we reached out to the world and the world reached back out to us. And our friends at, I'm gonna fuck this up because I do it every time, Douglas County Veterans Monument Fund. Did I get that right? Really? That's never happened before. Let's bring Sean on. Let's see what he has to say. Sean, how the heck are you, dude?
Doing well. Thank you.
How's your evening so
it's
far?
foundation, not fund.
Fuck! I knew I was gonna fuck it up every time. Obviously you know Rob Lilly, right?
I do.
Yeah, that dude's gonna punch me in the mouth one of these times because I have never ever gotten it right. You guys have been on the show like 30 times, and not once have I gotten it correct.
Well, we appreciate you having us on.
Well, glad you're here. You ought to see Joe typing like a madman right now to correct you the name of your nonprofit right now. Anyway, glad you're here. So, those that don't know, a lot of our listeners do not, because not everybody listens every week. There's Monday Night Football. There's all kinds of reasons why people can't listen on Monday nights. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody knows what it is that you guys do. Why don't you tell us about the birth and what it is that you guys do at DCVMF?
Certainly. So Douglas County, so that's where we're associated with. In 2013, the monument that's down on Wilcox in Castle Rock was erected, and donations just kept coming in. We were very, very lucky to be in a community that supports veterans as much as Douglas County does. So the funds started getting redirected to local veterans that are in need. And since 2013 until the present, we have an online application that if you live in the county, if you are honorably discharged and you have a need, we are able to get some funds over to you. We're up to $4,000, a lifetime grant of $4,000, and we turn those around very, very quickly, like within 24 to 48 hours for veterans that are in need. We have helped somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 a year on average. We're a little ahead of average this year, and we know there's a lot more veterans that are out there. I think there's north of 20,000 veterans in Douglas County, and we're touching 30 or so a year. So we know there's a lot more veterans that are out there that are in need.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So just to clarify, so you're broadcasting on an internet-based radio show. So you're broadcasting worldwide. Not everybody knows what you're talking about. So he's talking about Douglas County, Colorado right now, folks. So if you live in Douglas County, Colorado, that's who we're aiming at. However, if you're hearing what he's talking about, wow, that thing's really fucking bright, dude. You have barely got to. I look horrible in that thing. I look dead now. Anyway, if you're listening to it, so take the example that Sean is giving you right now, folks. If you don't already have a DC VMF in your community, listen to what Sean is saying and stand one up. Create one. Your community needs what Sean does. This is an outstanding organization. What he's telling you is if a veteran needs assistance with anything, it can be, and correct me on anything that I'm wrong with here, Sean. If you're a veteran and you need help with your light bill, your mortgage, food, anything to that extent, you're hurting in some way, shape, or form, a medical bill, you're behind. You come to DCVMF and say, hey, I need help with this. And you're an honorably discharged veteran. Within 24 to 48 hours, they're going to help you out.
Exactly. You are exactly correct.
I love what you guys do. And it is your mission is excellent. I love what you guys are doing. And you've helped 30 veterans already this year. That's amazing. Is that like January to January year kind of thing?
January to January, but here we are. We're talking January to October. So we still have 2 months to go. And that's why I really appreciate you having us on, because we know there's a lot of folks that are in need, especially this time of year. Veterans are very proud, correct? And they wait till the last minute when they need help. And we're out there, we're able to help you. So we're looking to cast the net far and wide.
That is, I love when Becky texts me and she's like, hey, look, we're looking to help folks. Can you get us on? Hey, I will always make room on the show for you guys, because what you're doing is an excellent thing. Yeah. Are you needing donations? How can people support what it is that you're doing?
So dcvmf.org will get you to everything in the way of either you need help or you want to provide help. dcvmf.org will get you there.
Is it just, are you just looking for financial donations? Do you accept, like, I know a lot of people have reached out to me just recently. Hey, are veterans looking for warm coats? Are people looking for clothes? Are people looking for food? Do you have ability to resource things like that as well? Or is it just finances right now?
Just finances is because we like making that quick turn.
Mm-hmm.
Small organization. Every one of us is volunteer in it. So the short answer is funds are what we deal in, getting funds to those needy veterans. Dialed into a lot of other organizations, as Jen was talking about. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of them out there that we're happy to cross deck you to someone, but funds are our thing.
Excellent. Sean, are you a veteran yourself?
I am retired in 2018.
What'd you do? What branch of service were you?
Marine Corps Infantry.
Well done. You ought to see the look of pride on Joe's face right now. Joe's the only Marine in our organization, so yeah,
All right.
we
Well,
use
you got to
small
have one.
we use small words around him, but yeah, when anytime anybody pisses us off, we just point them at him. So yeah, life is good. It's good to have at least one in the organization. So
Yes, and we're approaching our 250th. So happy birthday, Joe, in advance.
Here we go. It starts already.
Mhm.
From the halls of Montezuma. Oh God, my head hurts. So glad you guys exist. I'll just throw you a raw steak once in a while, and good luck to you. What does the future look like for you guys? What is the plan going forward? Are you guys going to keep moving forward with what you got? Is there plans to grow? Is there plans to what does the rest of the year look like? 2025.
Well, with 20,000 veterans out there, like I said, we're just touching the tip of the iceberg.
Mhm.
I would tell you our vision is to be able to reach all of our county, at least, and really get an organization that's in perpetuity able to help all the veterans that reach out to us for needs. So we're going to keep it simple, but I think it's pretty strong.
I agree completely. I know of no other organization that does what you guys do and does it as well as you guys do it. It is a powerful thing that you, and I've talked to a few folks that have been recipients of what you have done and what you guys do, and you have changed lives and kept people's lights on and kept people's heat on and car repairs when they couldn't get it done any other way and things like that. And I love knowing that you guys exist and that when someone reaches out to, because people reach out to us constantly. Hey man, you know anybody that can help me? I got, I need the brakes replaced on my car and I just don't have the money for it. And government shutdown and, not getting a paycheck and whatever the case may be. And you guys, to my knowledge, have never said no to someone that desperately deserves it. So I applaud what you guys are doing, especially this time of year. I mean, we could not be anticipating a more perfect storm right now with a government shutdown and the holidays approaching, and it's just the perfect train wreck. And you guys are ideally suited to help the folks that desperately need it. So, very well done to you. Very well done to you.
Thank you. And thank you for getting the word out for us.
No, we are happy to promote your message and what it is that you guys are doing. So yeah, folks, if you are in need of help, by all means, please reach out to us and we will absolutely put you in touch with Sean and the rest of the folks at DCVMF. I know Rob Lilly is probably listening to this right now going, if he says it wrong again, I'm going to punch him in the mouth, but that's okay. Rob owes me a couple of those, so that's okay. Yeah. What else can we do to support what it is that you guys are doing? Is there anything? Are you guys going to be at the tree lighting?
The tree lighting, yes. You should be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you ever been to the Castle Rock tree lighting? Dude, gangster party. We party hard in Castle Rock. I'm talking, suburban white chicks from Castle Rock with white wine. Dude, we party hard. Oh yeah.
Fireworks, a big star gets lit up. It's a
chili cook-offs. Yes, it is the ultimate suburbia.
And you know that we do I think we started it. The county's heavily involved now, but the Veterans Day celebration on the 8th of November, so upcoming this weekend, down on the county, the stairs down on Wilcox. We'll
Oh,
be
yeah?
there. Yep.
This
Yep.
is the 8th of November. So this
8th
coming
of November.
Friday,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
What do you guys tell? I haven't heard about this. Tell us what you're doing.
So it's just a Veterans Day celebration that's happened for at least the entire time I've been in Castle Rock.
Uh-huh.
There's going to be a lot of speakers, a lot of just recognition of veterans. The guest speaker this year, I think, is a former Navy SEAL, and there will be a flyover. So it should be a very celebratory Saturday morning.
I told you we party hard in Castle Rock, dude. See?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. Excellent.
Yeah. So come on down if you're in the local area. And then I think you said you were in Parker. So extended
No.
invite for November 10th.
Excellent. Very good. What are you doing for your Veterans Day? Are you working?
I usually take it off because Marine Corps birthday is the day before. Usually.
Did everybody get the implied task right there?
Yes.
Did everybody pick up what Sean was laying down right there? Very cool. So are you going to spend the day with friends? Are you one of those guys that goes and gets your Applebee's steak? I mean, what are you going to be doing for Veterans Day, you think?
Every one of the breweries, this is going to sound bad.
No,
it's a trend here with me.
You're in good company. Go ahead.
Every one of the breweries offers a free pint to veterans. So there's a half dozen of us that get together and we go out for a bike ride and happen to end up at each one of the breweries. So
very cool.
That'll be my Veterans Day.
That is an excellent way to spend the day. Congrats. Good. Well done to you. Very well done to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking with Sean. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
With the Douglas County Veterans Monument Foundation.
All right.
Dude, you ought to see the look on Joe's face right now. He's like mouthing it like he's got his finger under the words as I'm reading it. This show would go fucking haywire if this dude was not sitting in the chair behind the computer. I tell you what. Sean, I can't thank you enough for taking time away from your Monday evening and away from your family and away from your friends and to be a part of this show. Really appreciate you being on From the Ashes on About Face Media, and really sincerely appreciate what you do for my hometown. So thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your Monday evening. Go watch some Monday Night Football, and thanks for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your night. Good night.
Bye.
We're gonna have to Saturday morning. Might have to hop on the bike and roll down there for a minute or two and see what they got going on. I've lived in Castle Rock since fucking 2002, and I've never been to that shit. I feel like an ass. I've never been there. I didn't know that was a thing. I've been to the Vet Fest down there and whatnot, but I've never been to that. Oh well, my bad, dog. Hey man, I should have asked Sean about the safety brief. I didn't even think of it. Oh well. I never do. I never think about the safety brief until we get to this moment because I like to keep it like, hey, let's see what pops up, think about what happened over the past week. I don't know, man. But yeah. So whatever, man. Do you have anything exciting for the hell no? That's awesome, dude. I mean, that's good shit. That's awesome. Yeah. So anyway, what do you call it? Saturday, like I said, I went to Army versus Air Force. And well, hang on, let me back up. 2 Saturdays ago, I was in Boston for the Avalanche versus the Bruins. And I wore an Avalanche jersey. Bruins fans were nice as hell. Everybody we walked past, hey, good luck, good game. Hope you guys do well. Everybody was nice as hell. I fully expected to have beers thrown at us. Fuck you, Avs. Blah, blah, blah. I fully expected that. Everybody was nice as hell. The nicest people in Boston. The whole time we were there. Like before we went into the game, after the game, people were super nice. Boston was a great town. We went to Army versus Air Force. Obviously, full on Army. Everybody around me sitting with me, and the stands were packed because you got Fort Carson right down the block from Army versus Air Force. Dude, I really thought some people were going to break down into fists. Like, there were a few folks there was a lot of fuck yous and fuck armies. And like, there's some bold motherfuckers in the Air Force. I'm like, really? You're going to throw down with Air Force dude? You're going to throw down with the Army guy? Really? All right, let's see how this goes, man. And hey, man, don't let your Bloody Mary fucking write you a check that your ass can't count. I mean, I was impressed. I was like, all right, Air Force guy, let's see what you got, man. Look, dude, you were like a fucking map guy in the Air Force. You're going to throw down to the guy that's wearing a shirt that says like fucking, hey, I kill people for a living? Really? All right, whatever. Look, folks, if you're going to a sporting event, don't fuck with people. Don't start fights. What are you doing? It's a sporting event. Chill out. Enjoy the time. You know, we got Thursday night is what? Broncos. Raiders. This is why I'm having this conversation. Thursday night is Broncos Raiders. Historically tense. Chill the fuck out, folks. Enjoy your football game and chill out. Don't let those Raiders folks get under your skin. I'm assuming you're rooting for Broncos. I mean, I know you're a Cali guy, and the Raiders were in Cali for a long time. Huh? Screw the Raiders. That's what you're a Broncos guy now that you're here in Colorado. Yeah, like to hear that. All right, cool. So, do you have anything now? Have you got anything for the safety brief? I've given you a minute or two, or no? No, just don't drive like an asshole or anything. Nothing. No, don't do vegetables. Stay off drugs. Stay off vegetables. All right. Let's do it. All right, folks. We've come to that point in the show. Nobody likes it. It has to happen, though. Let's talk about some Never Forgotten. Normally, when we do Never Forgotten, we talk about an American soldier. And we are talking about an American soldier. Here's a different one for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Shadow, the military working dog. Killed in Afghanistan, OEF, Afghanistan in 2003. These are our forgotten partners. If those of you who have never had the opportunity to work with a military working dog, it's an experience you won't soon forget. There is no more loyal partner than a military working dog. I was not a dog handler. I did not have a military working dog of any kind. I worked with teams that had military working dogs. These military working dogs are, and just the military working dogs are second to none. When you say your prayers tonight, please include Shadow, military working dog, killed in Afghanistan in 2003. Please include Shadow and all of our military working dogs in your prayers this evening. I know for a fact that when Shadow died and was killed in action, not only did the way it affects their handlers can be pretty damn catastrophic. Please include Shadow in your prayers and Shadow's handler in your prayers when you say your prayers tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to From the Ashes on About Face Media. I can't thank you enough for taking your time tonight to be a part of what we do. I sincerely appreciate your time. For the rest of this year, basically, till we go off the air for the rest of 2025, all we will be talking about are veteran-owned, veteran spouse-owned, somehow connected to veteran-owned businesses. If you know of any, I'm not sure what that was. That was loud, whatever it was. I'm not sure what it was. Might be us telling Spotify telling us time to get the fuck off the air. Hey, if you know of another veteran-owned business, send them our direction. We're going to squeeze them all in. Right now, the schedule's full, but we're going to find a way. Any business you send us, we're going to squeeze them on. We're going to find a way to get them on. If we have to double and triple book shows, sorry, I apologize. We will get every business you send us on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for listening tonight. Have a great rest of your evening. Really appreciate it. Good night.